Hey y'all, what's up? It's your boy, P. Not coming at you with another reaction. And before we get into this, welcome to the Peanut Gallery, y'all. And today we'll be reacting to the latest from Blank Boy, how Thragg showed the coalition there's levels to this. Now, if y'all know what this is, it's Invincibles, man. Come on, man. Come on. Enough talk. Let's get into this.
So the coalition pull up and see Thragg there posing with this new fresh cut. The mandatory fade before giving out elite fades. 6 strong dudes and Oliver posing while Thragg got his hands behind his back. Not a single ounce of fear, cause he ain't alone. Thaddeus gets snuck by Granny Viltrumite in the back. Not only does Thragg no-diff the entire coalition by himself, but he got Viltrumite homies too, who start surrounding the rest of the coalition, ready to pounce. Mark literally just killed his first Viltrumite. He don't know what to do versus 20 more. Started looking to Omni-Man and Alan.
Nope, don't look at me. I told you not to come out here in the first place. Now look.
Hey, what's up, you trying
Battle Beast don't know shit about the politics behind this war. He just wanna fight. Thaddeus grabs Grandma Viltrumite's hair and pulls her in, headbutting and tossing her to the side. But before she could get a chance to get back at him, her homie gets thrown across her and coming towards his Battle Beast, missing 2 punches. One thing fighters on this show don't do is discriminate. Woman, senior citizen, child, dudes who record themselves crying, aka gay niggas, and even animals can get it. Battle Beast getting lumped up while Omni-Man goes after Thragg. But let's be real, Omni-Man ain't been menacing since season 1. Thragg doesn't even react while Anissa punches him away. And in an attempt to keep his Earth street cred, Omni-Man flies back in and lands a nasty left, sending her out of frame. The coalition don't stand a chance. Thragg got everybody. Nigga even got the second best basketball player of all time on his team, Michael Jordan, ready to catch a body. So the old head just dropped his carrot juice. They gonna be extra sick seeing how Alan did their goal, fist through the entire body out his mouth. And his brother Steve Harvey is over there getting jumped. Omni-Man and Oliver taking turns ping-ponging his big ass. They doing him crazy, saying fight back. Steve Harvey don't know what to do. Look at his face. He looking ready to act mad shocked after he just asked me to name something long, veiny, hard, shaped like a sausage and
wow. Name something that gets hard. Wow. Goes into what? Lady, Steve Yo, weak, bro.
I said my cock. As Oliver comes through, drawing blood on his face with a punch. That is embarrassing. How you let Oliver, of all people, do damage? To then start getting mixed by racially ambiguous Blake Griffin over here.
Wow.
Shaking my head. Y'all beating up on a child. Y'all lucky Immortal not here.
Relax.
Steve Harvey comes through, grabbing Invincible, landing multiple rights, and Mark manages to create space. But this is the demon time in Invincible that the comic readers were telling me about. After his 57th ass beating, I was asking, where's locked in Mark at? And they was like,
just wait on it.
Wiping off his blood and going in.
Damn.
Alright, bro. I promised myself I wouldn't cook Mark anymore, so I'm gonna just let it slide. So Omni-Man, not gonna lie, bro, that nigga Mark is trash. So Omni-Man manages to dodge Anissa, but gets kicked away, sent flying backwards. And before he had the chance to even reach, is getting 2 fists slammed and hit with a mean right hook across the face. But then he imagines that Anissa is his rookie superhero teenage son, and is able to lock in, weaving her and landing a right of his own. Battle Beast got Auntie in an ISO, doing her crazy, dodging her ponytail, but ultimately she lands a slash, cutting his gut open. Somehow he's reacting like absolutely nothing happened, bangs his chest, weaves the slash again, and does a spin move into a mean right. The Viltrumites must have heard about how Thaddeus was moving like Lee Harvey to Emperor Argyle, cause he's fighting a Viltrumite and gets immediately jumped by another one. Hey, if you ask me, Thaddeus assassinating him, he did nothing wrong.
Look, some people need to be gone, bro. You know what I'm talking about, in order for shit to get better.
Like, as an Arsenal fan, I want the best for us. That's why I'm gonna be at Mikel Arteta's meet and greet like Hector Salamanca. Thaddeus gets rocked, returns with 1, but now he's getting jumped by 3 people. Mind you, while all of this madness is going on right now, Thragg is just standing there posing, waiting for someone to compliment the new cut. He's just letting his lackeys do all his work for him right now. Mark over here struggling against the random, but think he finna fight Thragg? Buddy getting done crazy. And it isn't until the GOAT Space Racer comes through, coming up clutch, shooting off the Infinity Ray, hitting Blake Griffin, grazing Anissa and Thragg. Not only did he come with the Infinity Ray, but he also came with a bunch of Ragnars on leashes. A bunch of fucking don't worry, princess don't bite ass dogs. And they're the Viltrumite's biggest weakness, aside from the AIDS that took them out, literally slicing them boys like salami meat. Speed Racer came through and put in more pain than these niggas in 5 seconds. They're literally eating like it's dinner. Alan can't believe it, taking their claws to rip Viltrumites into pieces. Omni-Man looking over like, phew. Thank God, because Anissa's still on him, blocking her punch as she goes back in, gets blocked, clashing so hard the force sends her over 100 yards away. But it was the perfect lob for her to get snagged up. Got Omni-Man smiling. He had the great idea of, after being unable to hurt Anissa at all, let me go after Thragg now. And he immediately shows there's genuine levels to this Viltrumite shit.
He said it! He said it!
Omni-Man looks up to see Thragg loading and landing a gut punch so crazy it turned that nigga Omni-Man into a damn meteor, crashing and landing on his old home of Viltrum. And Thragg is letting him hear it.
Look what you let go of. For some bug cheeks and that weak-ass son you got.
I put it on LeBron's soul. Mark out there cooking right now. He's locked in. Surprise, surprise. Mark being badass is like the Bigfoot at this point.
Your girl got took.
Damn.
You're old and washed up.
Damn.
Fuck you, nigga.
Damn!
And this is where Thragg does some shit we ain't never seen before. This man starts loading up a right uppercut from hell, sending Nolan up, and away.
Got a blast!
Had to call that nigga Nolan. He don't deserve his superhero name no more. This shit right here was so wild, I saw niggas saying Thragg got better airbending than Korra.
Wow. Damn.
Nolan literally got turned into a rocket, all the way up back into space. Thragg getting his own teammate hit. Thragg decides he wants in on the action now. That's the same thought LiAngelo Ball had. But that's too bad, nigga.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Yeah, where is he now? Where is he now?
Pass LaMelo his water bottle. Thragg pulls up and Oliver, of all people, goes for him, getting his punch caught. For the life of me, I don't know why he would ever try that. Thragg stares him down, crushed his hand. Nah, don't run. And breaks his jaw off his face. Wish he could have came and did that to Damian Darkblood. Episode 4 was 40 minutes of that nigga just explaining shit.
I get it!
Damn.
Mark watches as Oliver's arm gets ripped off too, in an attempt to get his own rage moment. He breaks free and charges into Oliver, but Thragg stops him and tosses him away.
He said, where you going?
You're not giving that little nigga a med kit on my watch.
Nope.
Charging in for the first time didn't work, so Mark decided, let me charge in again. Flying in at top speed, loading up a vicious right, landing it directly on Thragg's noggin, and absolutely nothing happens. Do you understand how different you have to be to get a reverse impact frame? This is the first character to get an impact frame and not be the one attacking. His hard-ass head done damn near broke Mark's hand. Mind you, while all of this is going on, Omni-Man still hasn't been able to stop himself from Thragg's punch 70 minutes ago. Listen, I don't read, so I am so serious when I say I don't understand how they can ever possibly defeat this man. No spoilers, I don't want to know. He's eating Mark's punches, dazing him. Gut punch, grabbing his neck and slapping him away. If that hit is anything like the one Nolan got, he not finna stop till he's at fucking Saturn. Battle Beast goes in, so Thragg goes towards him, landing a right, grabbing and ripping off his jetpack, making bro hit Mark. The coalition realized that trying to fight Thragg is a waste of time. So instead they just go after Viltrum. Thragg is clearly gonna live this attack, but this planet will not. Space Racer hits it with his Infinity Ray, while at the same time Invincible, Omni-Man, and Thaddeus fly into the core of the planet, blowing that shit up from the inside. It took an Infinity Ray and 3 Viltrumites to do what 1 Krillin can do. There's levels to this.
It's so fucking simple here, nigga. I can turn my back, I do whatever the fuck I want, nigga.
Viltrum is gone. The movie theater Thragg had his first date at, gone. The school he used to kill niggas at, gone. The barbershop where he got this fresh cut at, gone. And that last one is the one that really broke his heart. Buddy came through the rubble in tears, knowing this the last clean lineup he finna ever get. Staring down Mark, Omni-Man, and Thaddeus with straight hate. Flying in towards them so fast, no reaction can be given. Ripping off Thaddeus' head cleanly. And now he's really in his pure dickhead bag. Showing them Thaddeus' head, squishing it and popping it like it's a damn balloon. Before Invincible and Omni-Man could even square up. Well, let me correct that. Before Invincible and Omni-Man could run, Thragg goes after Nolan in the blink of an eye, grabbing him. And while he's got him in his grip, he starts doing Omni-Man like how Omni-Man was doing Mark, straight headshots. But Nolan is able to knee Thragg away from him. But it was only for as long as Fetty Wap's career, cause Thragg is right back on him in a millisecond, punching him in the back, ping-ponging him through the air. If Nolan was faster, stronger, smarter, had better reaction speed and combat experience, he could really give Thragg a run for his money for real. But for right now, Thragg is hitting him with multiple rights and lefts on repeat until Mark is able to tackle him off Omni-Man. But there's nothing that can save Nolan from this spanking. Mark gets elbowed, punched up in the air, and goes right back after Nolan, who officially lost his wife and son might be dead. Nigga Omni-Man having a rough few hours. After watching season 1, I could have never imagined him getting low dipped like this ever in the show. Mark again tries to come through and help, but he just gets punched into Omni-Man's arms. And instead of them coordinating something between the two of them, Omni-Man is pissed, going in and getting his arm broken, thrown away, and Thragg goes after Mark now, who does the smartest thing I've seen anyone do so far this episode. He peeps Thragg and just tries to run away, but gets caught by his head, getting saved by Omni-Man last second. They saved each other and must have thought the writers was finna give them a sweet father-son moment. Thragg puts his arm through Omni-Man's whole torso. Shit happened so fast, Mark didn't even realize what had just occurred. Damn, GG's to that guy. Wait, hold on. Nigga, that's my dad! He's charging in, but I am not sitting on the edge of my seat. I can already guess what's finna happen. Mark goes in and predictably does nothing, getting grabbed by the throat and headbutted so hard it's sending shockwaves throughout all of space. Thragg then holds his face and starts gouging his eyes out, deciding in the end to not kill him, letting him float away to go heal up. Appreciate y'all for watching. My Omni-Man vs. Invincible video had got taken down because of age restrictions, so I'm tagging that on to the end of this video. If you've already seen it, no hard feelings, you don't have to rewatch it. If you haven't seen it, enjoy. Peace. Omni-Man is trying to explain to Invincible his duty as a Viltrumite. You gotta boom everyone on this planet. Think about that dighead Johnny from middle school that was giving you swirlies. I know you want him gone, but Mark's not going for it. He's just talking about how he wants to save everyone. Mark has only been invincible for like a few months at this point, but he's ready to square up. Omni-Man tried to give him one last warning.
Get the fuck out of here, little nigga.
But Mark is not budging. He done taken nothing but ass whoopings this entire season. What's another one? Omni-Man punches him in the chest, flies behind Mark, and punches him into the ground. Shit looking over already. He's def in the lead for most incapable superhero ever award. Omni-Man then lands behind him, looking like he's ready to do Mark just like he did him that one time he caught Lil Bro in the game at 4 a.m. Look at the worry on Mark's face. That's the face of a kid remembering how some 2 a.m. GTA 5 was not worth it for real. Mark's not a little kid anymore, going for a punch but getting it caught. Omni-Man looking very unimpressed. Bro's disappointed in his son like that's not his seed. Niggas be like, nah, Subway whack. Bro, you made the sandwich. Putting Mark on his knees, grabbing him, tossing, grabbing and slamming, and then throwing him into the distance. I don't really know why exactly he did that, if in the end, he was just gonna fly back to him and try to beat his ass some more. At this point, creating distance like James Harden just seems unnecessary. Landing 2 lefts onto Mark's face, and it looks like the military done sentenced Starscream to try and help Mark. That Dorito chip got less kills than Skids and Mudflap. Mark is cooked. Omni-Man is speed blitzing him, so Mark just starts running. Nah, wasn't he just talking crazy not too long ago? But Mark said, psych! Getting blocked and getting grabbed by the shirt collar, and decides beating Mark's ass isn't enough. I'm gonna torture him. Since you care so much about preserving life, Superman wannabe ass nigga, you're gonna sit down there and watch how I do these fighter jet pilots. Poor pilots, doing all this just to come back as veterans with PTSD and no government help. Well, it was bold of me to even assume they'd make it back, cause they shoot off a bunch of missiles at Omni-Man, but unfortunately for them, it literally had no effect on him whatsoever, except a scratch on his suit a little bit, at worst. Everybody knew these pilots are cooked. Cecil already started anticipating it. Yup, GG's gonna need to get those letters ready for their family. But there's no letter that could put their loved ones' pieces back together like a puzzle, cause that's exactly what would be needed if Omni-Man is gonna fly through the jet and blow it up. He hit that ejection seat with the speed of light, enabling Mark to save him in time, landing Bro to safety. He just avoided a miserable and painful death. Well, so he thought. He might have just gotten it worse, falling into Mark's arms. Omni-Man moving just like all parents. Mark don't want to kill humans, so he beating his ass and giving him trauma. How the fuck was the belt supposed to make me want my veggies now? All he did was create his biggest threat, because when Omni-Man goes for the next jet, Mark tackles him out the sky to put a stop to all his chaos. But that didn't last long.
Nope.
Omni-Man pushes him off him. I'm the father here, not you. Nope. And Omni-Man uses that advantage to distract Mark. Starts telling him about his mom's thought error, telling Mark things he should never have to hear. And while distracted, clenches his fist and decks Mark away. Punched him so far, he done punched him from the country into the city. Motherfuckers just minding their business and seeing Mark uncontrollably flying throughout the entire town.
Wow,
At this rate, Mark might end up in other states too. If you end up here in NYC, just make sure you hit the Barclays, please. Finally, we could get rid of those niggas. I hate the Nets. Mark is murking a bunch of innocent people, literally tearing cars in half, finally stopping himself. And now that he isn't eating concrete, he can look up and see all the damage that's been caused. A bunch of people torn into pieces. The whole place is a mess, looking like somewhere the Avengers just saved. And Mark decides in this moment, he wouldn't let anyone else become deli meat. Peeping a building falling over, flying over to it, stopping it, and catching this mother. The daughter is at the edge of the building, and he trying to relax her on his Spider-Man stuff, telling them it'll be okay. That nigga lying. Unfortunately, there's nothing he can do to stop the building from toppling over, crushing everything beneath it. Mark comes out the rubble, still holding her hand, but there's nothing else. Mark is sick to his stomach, surrounded by nothing but death. Omni-Man's goal is working. He's breaking Mark mentally, emotionally. Not just Mark, but all the other superheroes watching too. They like,
We gonna be all right.
No, y'all ain't.
We gonna be all right.
If you're my son as you claim, you'll be the best, or you'll be nothing!
And that must have lit some fire under Mark. Shit, it motivated me. Fuck it, 100 videos next year.
Damn.
Invincible flies and landing a right, left, right again, left, right. Not giving Omni-Man a chance to breathe at all. Left, right, left, and a powerful left, sending him away to think about his actions. That's right, Mark. It's about time you lived up to your damn name. But Omni-Man hits a look back, and now I know for sure he was just testing Mark. That shit was fugazi. Mark goes for a ride, getting caught, and decides it's time to torture his son some more. Headbutting Mark into the subway, flying in after him, killing everyone down there in the process. And this is when Omni-Man peeps a train coming. Dude's just trying to get home, grabbing Mark by his head, putting him in front of the train, and all the conductor can do is watch. You'd think the worst of the subway is people getting set on fire, stabbed, but nope. Here in this world, superheroes using their sons' heads as meat grinders on a bunch of citizens is their reality. I don't care what you say, bro. Give me Gotham over this. I'd rather the risk of getting jumped in the subway than the entire thing being destroyed. Omni-Man making Mark look at all of it, while he really couldn't give less of a fuck. How you gonna kill everyone to convince Mark that human life isn't worth it? That's backward logic. A father trying to get his daughter and you just gonna kill him? Parents don't be caring, bro. I remember I told my mom I saw a ghost, and she said, so it must have been the ghost who made all this mess then. Mark tries to sneak a left, but ends up getting punched in the back so hard he's floating off the ground into the air. Punched him so hard, gravity don't work in here anymore. Flying into Mark, lifting him up into the sky until Invincible is able to slip away from him. Omni-Man then grabs him by the collar, trying to talk more sense into him, which is greeted with a right that he puts everything into.
Really, nigga?
Landing a left, sending him into the sky, and I think it's about time Mark starts considering just trying to talk it out with bro. Cause now he flying in after Invincible, hitting him with Superman punches. Him doing all this making me think that maybe Batman was spitting. Omni-Man turned against Earth and they can't do anything about it. Mark is their best hope and he's getting ping pong balled throughout the entire sky over and over again, not giving Mark a chance to stop himself. There's also nothing to hold on to. All there is out here is ass beatings and clouds. Omni-Man landing another 3-piece combo on Mark. And this is when he remembered that bro can't swim. Grabbing his collar and flying Mark down towards the ocean. The whole world watching this right now and the other heroes decided they about to pull up. Stay right there, bros. Y'all not about to change anything. Omni-Man got Mark causing the Titanic Part 2. Engineers really called her unsinkable. Yeah, they going to hell. That's the biggest false advertising since Will Smith calling this music. Slamming Mark into the floor of the ocean, creating a crater, leaving Mark unconscious. But nah, You're not about to drown down here. That'd be too easy. Grabbing him like a backpack, flying out the ocean, throwing Mark across the country into the side of a mountain. I've been saying this for a minute, bro. Invincible is a fraud. I saw a TikTok that conveyed it better than I ever could.
That's what legendary players do. Kobe Bryant broke his fucking hand, and he did that. That's what legendary players do. LeBron, legendary, 3-1 comeback, came back. Kevin Durant got his foot on the line, went into overtime. He didn't score, bro. He didn't put up no buckets. Stop calling that man legendary because he won with Steph Curry, the greatest shooter ever, Klay Thompson, a top 3 shooter ever. Stop calling that, because when Westbrook went down, he got smoked out by Memphis. When they played the Spurs, he got smoked out. When they went up against Golden State, he blew a 3-1 lead. He choked. Legendary, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, even fucking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson as a rookie, 45 points, 17 rebounds, triple-double, Larry Bird, legendary. These are legendary. Hakeem Olajuwon is more legendary than Kevin Durant. That's what we talking about right now.
The unlegendary Mark is laid out getting grabbed and punched so hard the mountain cracks, causing an avalanche. Instead of digging deep and finding a way to pull it out like the Hall of Famers would, Mark just lays there and lets the snow wash over him and destroy everything down below them, killing everyone. Omni-Man flies around looking for him under all the snow, finding his arms sticking out. You ready to let this go, Mark?
That's my dream, nigga. I gotta put some respect on my name.
Well, that's admirable, Martin Luther Mark, but you better be willing to die behind that dream, because Omni-Man isn't holding back, punching Mark into another mountain. I genuinely cannot remember the last time Mark landed a hit, but Omni-Man isn't done lecturing Mark. He's still trying to talk sense into him.
You don't know nothing about being real. Do you understand me, bitch? Go on, swing. I'll beat the out you. Make my day, bitch. Make Unball your fist while I smack out of you.
Invincible should have listened and unballed his fist. It's over, bro. Omni-Man punches him back down, kneels over him, and lands another right. Talking to bro the whole time. That nigga can't hear you anymore. Landing another left, pulling the parent gaslighting, talking about something, this is for your own good. Hitting him with, didn't I tell you what would happen if you acted up in school again? Now you wanna cry. Don't cry before I give you something to cry about. But it's in this moment where he started having flashbacks to better times. Back with him and Debbie celebrating Mark at his baseball game. Back when Project Shohei Ohtani was still alive. Mark was gonna take them out the hood. Staring baby Mark in his eyes, and that's all he can see right now laying in front of him. Because Viltrumite blood is saying I have to kill him, but he's ignoring his instincts like an asexual nigga. Staring at his son's face. He can't do it. He can't kill him. He's too weak. Omni-Man knows he has a destiny to fulfill as a Viltrumite. He sits there hitting the post-nut clarity. What have I done? Flying away and running away from his destiny. On some Avatar Aang shit.
Man, oh man. Look, Strax, man, I'm telling you, this man's a different breed, bro. Different breed. Thrax beat the whole squad, bro. Ripped Mark's brother's skin off his face, like took it off. He breaking bones and bodies. Just dismembering the crew. This man Thrax is different. He got the fresh cut too, man. Ain't nothing more dangerous than a man with a fresh cut. I promise you, man. Straight up. Then we already know the backstory with Mark and his dad, man. His dad almost beating him to the inch of his life, man. Shit was wild, but it's a dope vid. Shout out to the homie Blake Boy for dropping this banger, man. Appreciate you. Make sure y'all follow, subscribe to the channel, man. He always drops amazing content with hilarious commentary on it. Now this is Lily's vid called How Thrax Showed the Coalition. There's levels to this. And there's definitely levels to this. And before I end this, thank y'all so much for supporting the channel. Roll 10K subs. I'm out. One love. Yeet.